Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We have some more Final Girl because I'm really enjoying it. We're back again with, I'm trying to avoid glare, the Poltergeist. This is our giveaway box. Check out the last episode if you want to see how to win it. We're back with the Poltergeist. However, this time, we have switched it up a little to show people who are new to the game what's what, and the Poltergeist is visiting Camp Happy Trails. So Carolyn, or Carolyn, as the game calls her, is obviously gone away to summer camp after her ordeal in Creech Manor. Unfortunately for her, the Poltergeist is back. So the Poltergeist, as you can see, is here. She's by the lake, and our hero today is Reiko. Reiko I've yet to win with. So Reiko's one of the final girls from Camp Happy Trails. She's got 5 before she goes ultimate mode, at which point she gets a little bit mobile. So we'll see how she goes. I thought it'd be nice to use her. So she goes there, and I've rearranged things slightly. You can almost see everything. Planning's a little bit obscured, but this is the full tableau. We are using the signature actions again. We have got discipline has been randomly drawn. I randomly draw 2, and I always select one. It was that or scavenge, and as we know, the whole aim of this is to try and find Carolyn and get her out. I think it might be a bit easier on this one because you can be really far away from things on Creech Manor, whereas things are a little bit more compact at Camp Happy Trails. So we should be able to get between the different search areas. And then if we do find her, we'll only ever be 2 spaces away from an exit at the most. 3 spaces, sorry. The utility shed's 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. I have done everything random. We've set up for skinny dipping today. Unfortunately for us, 2 of the items that are revealed is the old revolver and a knife, which are not going to come in handy, as we know, because the poltergeist can't be hurt. Our event is Clingy Campers, so if you grip my arm any tighter, you're going to pull it right off. There's no penalty for the first victim you save during the action phase, but for each additional victim, you take a damage. Reiko has got 6 health. Yeah, I'm going to try and remember this. I think I'm getting a bit better at things, so stick with me. And we'll see how we get on. Thank you very much to everybody who's joined us recently. Our subscriber numbers aren't through the roof, but it's slowly and steadily growing. So, we're in the double figures. And yeah, thank you very much. Right then, let's get going. So, we are in a place where you can search. But I think as the horror starts fairly low, I'm going to try and get some more dice to use. So I'm going to go for a focus first of all. Let's see. We go there. Let's go there. You should be able to see all the dice. I'll try and remember. Great. I'm going to spend a short rest and a weak attack. And I'm going to turn that into a success. So 1 success, we reduce the horror by 1, and we spend a time. I am then going to focus again. Oof. I'm actually going to spend my 2 walks to turn that into a success and do the same again. So I'm out of cards. However, I have 4 left to spend, so I am going to take 2 searches. Let me just check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I'm going to take just 2 searches, and we're hopefully going to find somebody in the dock. And if it's Carolyn, oh, glory. So yeah, I've just realised that I did that off camera, which I really shouldn't do. I'm going to try and remember to switch back and forth. But once you get going, it's a bit tricky. Anyway, the Poltergeist, it's going to target the closest, which is going to be this pair at the cliff. And she's going to move 2 and attack once. So move, attack, which kills Camper, which raises the bloodlust, and at this point on the track, it raises the horror, which undoes our good work. Great. And then we draw a terror card. You can't save us. No one can. All the victims in my space must panic twice. Well, there aren't any. So then he targets the closest and attacks, which is this person, which puts up the bloodlust, which flips the dark power, stiff wind. All of my moves, 2 or more spaces, are reduced by 1. This is really tricky. And then it's going to target the closest. They're equal, so it always picks the one with the most victims, and it's going to move. If a victim was killed this turn, panic all victims in the killer space. So we get that next. The victims. So there are 2 in the killer space. They're going to panic. 3 and a 5. That means they're both going to run to the cliff. While he hangs around at Makeout Point. Okay, that'll be their turn. Comes back to Reiko. There's nothing to do in the upkeep phase. So Reiko has just got the 2 searches to do. Back down to the 2 dice. Gonna go for the first. There's nothing we can do about that. Alright, she's back up to 6. So that is a fail. So we could take the top item card for 2 horror and 2 time, or we can just take 1 horror and lose 2 time. I think we're going to take it. Let's see where we are. The dock. I'm going to take the Lucky Rabbit's Foot. So the Lucky Rabbit's Foot, discard during the action phase to make a horror roll. For each success, choose one of the following. So that's quite good. So that doesn't have to go in hand. Unfortunately, though, that cost 2 horror and 2 time. Okay. So then we're going to go for the other search. Oh, 2 successes. Glory be. So that is the top 2 item cards on my space and choose one. So the top 2 item cards in the space. We have the motorboat keys. Oh, and Carolyn. Well, I think we're clearly going to be saving Carolyn. So she goes in hand. I am going to put the motorboat keys on top face up because I quite like that. The motorboat keys place the motorboat token on the closest space to you bordering the water. And then for 2 time, you can use it to move to any other space bordering water, taking victims. So that's always useful. So that's good to know. So that was 2 successes. It cost us a time, and that is us done. So the free cards go back in hand, and we have 3 left to spend. So I think this is quite a fast one again. You can see how you can do this quite luckily. We're going to go with... we just want to sprint and go for it. We're only 1 space away, so that seems the sensible option, doesn't it? Sprint and a close call. Searches go back in. This is another one where we've been ever so lucky, isn't it? Oops. So yeah, not much for you to watch. But I suppose this is why, if you see online, this is the one that people like the least, I think. There's so much luck involved. So we found Carolyn. I mean, I've never done it before. I did a load of practice games, and I never even got close. The poltergeist went around slashing everybody, killed everybody. I couldn't walk around because I had this stiff wind. The lights were out, and I had another thing that meant that I was panicking. So, yeah, there we go. You take the wins when you can. Not out yet, but it's looking good. So, going to the killer phase. So the killer is going to move towards the closest, 2 spaces. So the closest is there, so it's going to move and attack, killing another, which puts the bloodlust up. And then we draw a terror card. I fell asleep. What did I miss? Place a new victim in the cabins. So he wakes up, and then we get 2 horror. Oof, things are getting pretty horrific. And that is the end of that. Somebody died, so we have to panic the chap on the cliff. He runs a 6, which puts him to there. Okay, well, you can guess what we're going to do. Let's just see. We have 2 dice still, so we're just going to sprint. We get a success. We'll take that success. We'll move up to 2 spaces. Even though the stiff wind reduces it by 1, we can still move 1. We get to the exit. We win. There you go. It was short. It was sweet. But Reiko finally gets a win. And that's that. So, yeah, I must say that there's far more luck involved in the Poltergeist. I think it might need a couple of little tweaks. I don't think it's far away from being a really, really good feature film and a good character to use. I think that the problem lies in if you get lucky, like you've seen here, where I started on a search space, and lo and behold, she was the 2nd or 3rd one down. It just took a couple of searches, and I was 1 space away from an exit. I mean, it could have been that she was on the other side, and I just couldn't get over there, but there you go. We take the wins, and that has got to be my fastest ever game of Final Girl. Thank you very much.